everyone. That's right, that's a hay buying in November. We have this field that we could not get to. It's about 20 acres. And every day, the deer are out here eating, having a nice feast. In relation, my apple orchard is over this hill over here. So his dad picked up this hay bine and he wanted to try it out. We did a little bit of cutting with it about 2 weeks ago. We're supposed to be getting some possible snow tonight and tomorrow, and rain and snow for like a week. It's pretty efficient. It leaves them in these nice rows. And where he cut it 2 weeks ago, it looks like the day it cut. The temperature has been low. We've only had a couple of warm days. And we had about a week of good haymaking weather. So this can be baled up into round bales. And we had done some of this a couple of years ago where you bale it and wrap it and it just stays real nice, slightly damp, and it ferments while it's baled. So I don't know if he's gonna do that again this year or if he's just gonna kind of wait for a while for it to dry out. But we have actually done this field and baled it and picked it up in December one year. So I think he had cut it, you know, maybe late November at that point. But we get these spikes in these temperatures where we're at. We're in a strange rainfall area that it kind of falls either north of us or south of us, and we get a scattered shower here, and it just screws up your farming schedule. Yes, we still have some cutting to do over here. We needed to stop so that he could do a thorough good sharpening. Trey's gonna join Dad with some hay cutting today. We just want to talk about a little bit of late season haymaking. It can be tough on these open tractors. They make a heat houser. If you run these, you should check into that. I found a place that makes them, and it's $430, I think. So guy's got a birthday coming up here in 2 weeks, and I was thinking about getting him one. He's talked about it for years. And this is about the only tractor that he's got that doesn't have a pony motor. Filling the pony motor fuel can be hard with those. So one bad thing I'll tell you about trying to farm in cold weather is getting things started. So this morning I had to pull start his tractor. This particular tractor doesn't have the pony motor, it has an electric start. It takes 4 batteries. So he put the battery charger on it overnight, 9 hours, totally dead this morning. We have been getting really cold nights. So for November, obviously we're into freezing night temperatures. We had our first frost a month ago, and so these things just don't want to start, and he's been running stuff. He tends to run things until they die. So the last 2 or 3 starts, he had to put the charger on these batteries, but we were kind of, you know, done with doing hay and a lot of farming stuff at the end of September and October. So now that it's colder, they're not charging up, and, you know, you can't jump start it and stuff. So he can belt start it off of another tractor or pull start it. So he got me up this morning, we pull started it. Something about engaging it with the hay bine hooked up, it cut out or something, he stopped it. I had to pull start it a second time. So he had to take a break and go do a little bit of work. It's a weekday and he stayed home to farm. I gotta go pull start him again. I'm in the house trying to process apples. It has basically gotten down to the last few buckets of apples left on the tree, and I'm trying to save them for canning and for cooking, doing applesauce and all that stuff. So there'll be videos about that too, but I am not getting my work done because I'm messing around with him. So he's on a phone call right now. I fed the animals and I'm just trying to get that stuff done. So we're gonna head over and go get him started so he can get back to work. He has got about 2.5 hours of daylight, maybe 3. So he's gonna work on that until it is pour cold. Maybe he'll work later, I don't know. These things kind of tend to tell you weather-wise when it's time to stop. So if it's too damp or too cold and the rollers don't work well, it starts bunching up or just not cutting well, then he has to stop. He was able to start right in this morning with any, you know, like dampness or night dew not dried out yet, so that's fine. I just don't know night-wise how late he's going to be able to go too. I also don't want him driving the deer off into the field for the hunters.
How do they see?
So,
they did it on purpose.
Time to get to work. We'll let you know how it goes.
Making hay on Thanksgiving Day, everybody. He had cut some hay late in the season because there was about a 6-day stretch. Well, he finally got around to baling it. He wanted to bale it damp and round bale it. So the round bale hadn't gotten here from his dad's yet, and he had this new hay vine he wanted to try out. So he decided he would just go ahead and bale it with snow in it and everything, and we'll just feed it to the cows early right now. If you put them out in pasture, they'll eat snow and get down to the fresh hay. Since this hay field isn't fenced, we can't put them out, so we'll just take it to them. So we're running the Dodge today. He's loading up the back. And George and I, he's here. Hey, yo! Dad's playing a game with George. So this is what we got going today. Here you can see the cows. Well, these are the boys. This is all the steers and the bulls. Happily eating everything I'm giving them. They have been eating it faster than I can get it delivered. Because the bales are so heavy, and because of the moisture from the snow being in them, we got a rain while we were picking them up, and he packed them all in the truck. They are kind of retaining some wetness. Today it was so foggy that the fog was actually like frozen, lingering over the land. So I'm pulling it out of here, the bales that had busted. There was about 3 there and 1 here on the ground at the end of the truck. I just handy dandy use my little sled. I'm going to be getting one of those utility sleds like you guys use for hauling your deer and equipment behind your utility vehicles. So I just fill up a sled full, take it 1 bale at a time downhill. Snow gets so packy and wet that it sticks to the wheels on that utility cart. So this is a good little trick if you don't already know about that. So if you're in the northern climates like us, you can still get that hay cut and dried. And it's just like with the rain, it got snowed on, so it gets fed first, and then everything in the barn will get fed a little bit at a time. But we go through about 10 to 14 bales a day, so that 100 bales is getting used all up pretty quick. Cows are all happily standing around eating it. Nice, healthy, strong cows for the winter. So thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know how crazy you think this farmer is. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. So whoever said necessity is the mother of invention must have been a farmer, because out of necessity, this hay test kind of led us into a season of finding out what you could do, how far you could push the limits. All this hay field was cut with that new hay vine, and it hasn't been tedded. It's just been sitting here curing in the sun. We had some snow melt off in the last 2 days. So now he found out with the waterway, he didn't ted it, he didn't do anything with it. It just laid out and dried. So this area, you can tell we're next to the creek, is laid out a lot more into rows, and he'll probably have to ted this to be able to bale it. I'm not sure what he really exactly plans on doing. But the waterway we did with the square baler, just because we wanted to get it up and get it fed during Thanksgiving week. We had over 100 bales. The cows, the bulls, the steers, they loved it. It was so grassy, and I'll tell you, that was the most grass we had for the whole year. We had grass early in the season and nothing but alfalfa bales later in the season. They're eating those alfalfa bales right up right now. All of this hay that we just cut here, November, December, they ate up within a week. They probably had about 4 more bales a day for the boys and 1 to 2 more bales a day for the girl cows. So they really liked it. It was very grassy. We had square baled it, and I just feed them, you know, a couple bales at a time so they're not stepping in it and laying in it. The round bale feeders work great. Right now, the boys being in their pasture, they pushed the round bale feeder around and they ran it right into the fence, so I had to pull it out of there. His dad brought over a round bale from his place, and I didn't ask how old it was, but he wanted to test that for us. He doesn't have livestock and animals where he's at. He's just growing crops and grain. So to just kind of go back to the throwback of old time of things, we're trying to get into more cash crops, less spraying and working the field that way, and having these perennial crops. So it's always nice to have other family members into the farming, but if you don't, and this is your only way to get a little more hay in the barn so that you don't have to buy some in the spring, it sure works. We found that the cows really like it. I don't know about other species of animals, you know, like goats and sheep, but I will tell you that the cows absolutely love it. So that's it for today, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Remember to hit that like button and that notification bell. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.